I was one of three unified commanders as part of the Joint Operations Center created by FEMA to handle emergencies and disasters. Nobody ever dreamed we'd have a pandemic, but the Unified Command Team is responsible for coordinating and approving all expenditures, events, groups, media, anything related to the Joint Operations Center must come through the Unified Command Team first. So I was one of three. It was Eric Pessel, the Calhoun County Health Officer, Kelly Scott, the Calhoun County Administrator and Comptroller, and then myself as City Manager.
Well, the Unified Command is set up so that we are reviewing daily the COVID response for the County of Calhoun, specifically here in Battle Creek and throughout all points of the county. So every day we would be looking and reviewing our response for that day and looking forward our response throughout the week.
Right from the beginning, even before, well, it was right after we had our first case of COVID-19 identified in Calhoun County, we decided pretty quickly that the health officer needed assistance, all boots on the ground, and we joined forces. I think it was the week of March 21st and had the Joint Operations Center up and running within just a couple of days. And the City of Battle Creek did an amazing job of supporting, facilitating our unified command.
While we had all worked together and had relationships, I don't think we had been so coordinated and learned a deep respect for each individual's personal jobs, as well as how we can work together to make sure that all people in Calhoun County had what they need to respond to COVID. And that's a very, very broad statement. But I think one of the advantages of a Joint Operations Center is then you continue to bring groups of people together that can act as a work group and then meet the needs.
The biggest impact is that nobody was doing this alone. We did this as a team. We did it as a unified group. And we're still doing that. I mean, this is still ongoing.
I sort of felt like I was the data pusher. We would watch the national news and the state data and just constantly think about what does the public want to know about this pandemic? How can we better display the data? How can we react to questions and best communicate to the public? So we had a lot of conversations in between the daily briefings about creating graphs and showing dashboards and maps and who would do what.
We're entering different phases of the pandemic right now. And so while in the first probably 3 months, the Joint Operations Center met every day, Monday through Friday, the Unified Command Team met 7 days a week because there was just so much information and so much data coming at us. We have heard back from the State Emergency Operations Center as a best practice. Calhoun County's Joint Operations Center has been lifted up at the state level as highly efficient and effective and coordinated, and others could learn from what we've been doing in Calhoun County. And that certainly wasn't what we thought would happen as we recognized the need to open up a Joint Operations Center at the beginning of this, but certainly proud that the work has been recognized.
We are pretty resilient. I mean, on a daily basis, I was exhausted at times, but then again, every day went by so quickly. We learned how to adapt to using technology to communicate with having to stay home. We learned how to work from home. We learned how to pull in resources as needed, and everyone was willing to do their part.
My biggest takeaway is there's a lot of really good people that are looking out for the health and well-being of Calhoun County. There really is.